up?
Not exactly.
Hello and welcome to What the Flick. I am Christy. That is Matt. This astonishingly handsome gentleman at the end of the table is Jason Carter.
Hi.
And he's handsome and knowledgeable. And he has seen Proud Mary 3 times.
I did see, yes, Christy, I saw 3 times.
We've only done it once. We are not nearly as knowledgeable. Wow.
Yeah, well,
3 times.
my mom wanted to see it. I had to see it out of obligation. So with other people, so it ended up being 3 times. So it was the only thing that was really playing at the Cinemaplex in Albuquerque. They don't get a lot of movies there.
It is January.
Yeah.
Welcome to January, population U. And so Jason's going to describe Proud Mary, which opened last week, but they did not screen it for us, and they did not even have like 7 p.m. Thursday showings.
Right.
They were hiding it. So
But Jason made up for it by seeing it 20 times.
You found a way. So please tell us about it.
Well, you know, Proud Mary was one of the, is a piece of African American cinema that is loosely based on other movies of the same genre. You have a woman who lives as a double life, as a mercenary, as a hit woman. She is beautiful. She embodies all. There was a really strong sense of female empowerment in this movie, which I loved. Mm-hmm. But basically, if you've seen any kind of mob movie, you've seen Proud Mary. They just now it's just peppered in with an urban feel. So
right.
I mean that's pretty much to sum it up. The plot had so many holes in it, you guys.
Let's look at a clip. Let's look at a clip and see what it's about.
Who the hell are you? I'm married.
Okay, so I had great expectations for this because it seems like a blaxploitation film starring Taraji P. Henson would be pretty badass. And there is hope at the beginning in the title sequence when it just wallows in the 70s-ishness of it all with, you know,
kind of
the
that
70s graphics and they're playing
Right.
Papa Was a Rolling Stone and she's putting on this badass outfit like it's head to toe leather and these amazing boots and like she's gonna go kick ass now, it's gonna be great. And then it just dies. Everyone dies, but the movie dies too.
Christy, dies isn't even the word. That's like you're being nice. You must have had your coffee this morning, Christy, because the movie just disintegrates after the opening sequence. It was like you said, boom, great 70s music, Taraji. Thank God she is visually stunning on camera because she was the saving grace of this movie. And you thought for a minute there that this movie was going to be something like Atomic Blonde, where she's taking out all these bad guys across the world. She's a badass, but I hate to say it, you guys, the trailer is all you need to see for this movie.
Yeah, this was super disappointing because when I first heard about this, I'm like, all right, Taraji P. Henson kicks everyone's ass, done, right? Done.
Right.
Don't even really need a plot. Unfortunately, they put a plot in here.
Oh my God, there's so
there's
much plot.
more than little of Gloria, which, you know, look, classic Jenna Rollins movie, remade, not so classically. This one is not very good. The action is so look, there's a couple things that could have worked in this movie. There are some action scenes that could have been really exciting if you could fucking see them.
Yeah, it's lighted really horribly.
But apparently, the DP in this movie.
Let me mention who the DP is. His name is Dan Lawson, and he also shot The Shape of Water, which is one of the most stunningly beautiful movies you will see this year. And he was our LA Film Critics winner for Best Cinematography.
And
however, he did not have a lighting budget.
The budget.
I came out of this movie and I thought, did this DP never work with a black cast? Because the lighting in here is terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Like there's a climactic scene that's a discussion between Henson and Danny Glover, and Glover is backlit. Right. He's up against this like sun-filled window, and there's no fill lighting, and you almost can't see him. And I'm thinking, this can't be intentional. And then there's these fight scenes that are kind of half in the dark, and you can't see anybody.
Right.
And that's frustrating. Like, at least, look, like if you're gonna drop the ball on the plot and the characterization and the dialogue, at least let me see the fighting.
Right, visually it needed. Well, I think okay, so there's a show on Netflix called Dear White People that's lit
based on the movie.
Fantastically, right? And because these people need to know how to light melanin, they need to know how to light people of color because we absorb the light. I agree with you 100%. I thought the fight scenes were great. The blood splatter special effect was great, and like I said, thank God Taraji is a great actress because everyone else in that movie was not. Danny Glover, buddy. Look, Lethal Weapon was a long time ago. There's acting classes you can now take in Los Angeles.
Say it with me, everybody. Danny Glover, getting too old for this.
Too old. And Margaret Avery. Margaret Avery is the perfect, you know how you go to LA casting and you see nondescript, this person to play this character. Margaret Avery, plays a mom on Be Mary Jane, plays the same character.
Right.
She was Suge Avery.
Right.
And The Color Purple.
Plays Glover's wife in this.
And plays a wife in someone else's movie.
She's in like one scene. Yeah. Also, with Danny Glover, was there some weird like looping going on? Because his voice sounded weird. Remember in Pee-wee's Big Adventure when they make the splashy Pee-wee movie and he gets a little part.
Paging Mr. Herman.
Paging Mr. Herman.
Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk.
That is what Danny Glover sounds like for the entirety of this movie, and I don't know why. Does
like
that,
it's
does that
bad
weird to
No,
you
it's
too?
not weird.
It feels like it was ADR that wasn't mixed very well.
This movie, the budget. Let's just hinge on the budget wasn't there. But let's talk about what was right with this movie.
Okay.
The Maserati was right with this movie.
The Maserati, thank you. Maserati Quattro Forte. Although, among other things, like, I have to ask, like, if she's this awesome hit woman who, does security and she's, takes people out, like, maybe having the flashy silver car that she parks outside, like, how is anyone not going to know where she is at all times?
And why does she not have parking at her loft?
Thank you.
She has this like $100,000 car and no parking.
Christy.
But an awesome loft.
Wow, I thought that so many times.
She's gonna pull up and just walk to her door.
She lives in a shack, but my car is really amazing. I thought that if I was Neil McDonough, who played Walter, I'd be really mad that was. I mean, you're this stunning guy, great actor, and you're only there to be killed.
Spoiler, Jason.
Oh, so sorry. He was. Well, listen. After our review today, I doubt you're gonna go see the movie. But I will say that I loved Danny, played by Jahi Winston.
He was good.
He was fantastic, and I think that he did a very good job of embodying that character because he could have easily been very one note. And there was a lot of scenes that I saw. Some texture to his acting that was really good. Other than that, you could definitely rent it on Netflix or watch it on Netflix when it hits there next year and be like, okay, I'm glad I missed this.
Month.
There's hints, you see the potential for a great movie in this,
right?
Or at least a really good movie. It's not the worst January action movie I've ever seen. Like, it's fine, or it's almost fine. Like, it's almost passable. It's certainly not so bad that they needed to completely hide it.
Right, it's not that bad.
Right,
And that makes it more suspicious when that happens.
Right, like there's incompetent craftsmanship here and there in this film, but otherwise, look, as passing the time, like a throwaway action movie, sure.
Can I mention also really fast that it's edited really erratically, like not even so much even within the action sequences, but just in dialogue, like in people talking to each other. It cuts between all their faces really fast for absolutely no reason in a way that's super jarring. Like at first you don't realize why it is that you're on edge, and then you realize, oh, like they're cutting every like 2 seconds for no good reason. This is weird.
But I will say, one of the things that worked in this movie was the chemistry between Henson and the kid.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that
and
was
like
nice.
the way that relationship was written was interesting. I thought there was good chemistry there. I would watch them again in a better movie. But this one, look, like I still want to see the Taraji P. Henson kicks everyone's ass movie. This is not it.
Well, it's Sony Screen Gems. Right. They're known for these type of movies with that type of genre. I think Taraji, she's coming off the success of Hidden Figures, which was phenomenal last year. She's a great actress, and I think that she was the reason why she was the draw naturally for this movie. I think possibly if you said about the erratic talking of the script, I think they probably just rushed this and said, listen, we want to attach Taraji. Let's get some, because there hasn't been a movie like this starring a black female lead since when?
Jackie Brown.
20-some years ago.
Right.
So it's kind of, they're probably hinging on, hey, this could be a really breakout hit based on those elements. But creatively, artistically, come on, you can't leave us wanting more. And I wanted exponentially more.
Yes, bigger.
Or wanting more, wanting anything.
Yeah,
that
I want to mention also geographically, this always bothers me when geography is off. Okay, so she lives in a loft in what I'm thinking is Chinatown, right? Because he walks out of the loft and goes to the Chinatown tea stop in Boston. And then he's like on the train all night, all morning, like it's dawn, it's a brand new day, to get to the bad guy's lair in Charlestown. He could have walked. Boston is not that big. It's like a little bitty bridge to get to Charlestown. It's not that big. Anyway, things like that bother me all the time.
Oh, one final
Do your
thing.
homework.
I hate when she kept saying, "Watch your mouth, watch your mouth." Everything was "watch your mouth." Her last line in the movie was "watch your mouth."
Yeah. Yes, more than once is fine. So my number is a 3. This is not a good movie. You?
4.5. It's almost okay.
Jason?
I gave it a 6, and I gave it a 6 because I think we need more movies that have black females in the lead. We need more movies that have females in general in the lead. I think that Taraji is phenomenal actress. And, in your career, you're going to have a couple of stumbles, but I want to be generous. 2018, new resolutions to be more positive, so I'm giving it a 6. Christy, to your 3.
Thank you. Okay, so our number, I had to do math just now. Our number's a 4.5. That was quick math for me.
Yeah, very good.
I could have just looked at these numbers and figured it out for myself, but no, I'm relying on my phone. So 4.5, it's at 22% on the tomato meter.
It's not my fault.
Wait for Netflix. Bye.